Look, I gotta be straight with y'all. You gots to stop blaming the Jew. Okay, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a video about the Anglo-Zionist conspiracy as opposed to the Zionist conspiracy. I'm not necessarily against the concept of a Zio conspiracy, as Dr. Duke calls it, but what I am against is the fact that not enough credit is placed on the enemies that are closest to the white man, and that is our fellow white people. You have to understand, for one, the majority of Jewish people probably are not involved in any means or ways of ruling the people. I mean, a lot of Jewish people I know are not, they don't wake up every morning and say, how can I rule over the multitude of people of the world? In fact, a doctor, a friend of mine that I know, he regularly cuts his Gentile patients breaks because he knows they're experiencing rough times. I wouldn't consider him a part of any type of conspiracy to rule over other people. He's just a dude, you know. But more importantly, what's going on is with this this nonsense of everything's Jewish, Jewish, Jewish. Now, this is true that a lot of these concepts like affirmative action, trying to think of ones off the affirmative action, civil rights nonsense, gay rights, all this crazy crap. Well, I should say special rights for the gays, not gay rights, because they already have the same rights as the average white folk. And all races have the same rights that are U.S. citizens, and some groups, such as illegal immigrants, seem to have a little bit more rights than U.S. citizens. But what's going on is this constant hammering of, it's the Jews, it's the Jews. What this does is this causes people that otherwise would be interested in something like, let's say, National Socialism or something of that nature, or fascism. And when they hear this, after they've had it hammered into their head their whole life that, you know, you don't question things like the Holocaust. You don't question things like victimization. You don't question things like the whites victimized every other group of people on the face of the earth. Now, we might know that a lot of these things are iffy or wrong entirely. But what you have to understand is this causes these people that would otherwise be interested in learning more about, say, fascism or things of that nature, it turns them off. They shut down immediately. I've caused a lot of people in the past, back when I was a white supremacist, which I am not now. I am a Pan-Americanist. I believe in a Pan-American race. But way back in the day, people shut right down. They don't want to hear that. All they know is that if you say these things, you're basically the devil, and they don't want to hear what the devil has to say. So basically what I'm trying to say is white people, white supremacists, which I also think white supremacists need to look at the science and decide, you know, maybe this is not the best course of action for the future of humanity. But also with white supremacists is, I think they do need to check themselves in the sense that they sound like black people. They sound like black people in the sense that everything that comes out of a black person's mouth, well, why can't black people stay home with their kids? Why is there never a black father in the home? It's the white man. White man got me down. Why can't black people volunteer and do community service more often? Well, it's the white man. White man won't let that happen. You see, everything, the white folks that have become to sound like the black folks. And this needs to stop, because what it is the white folks will go, well, it's the Jews. The Jews done it to me. Everybody knows it's the Jews. Now, these programs like affirmative action, which I consider to be the one that has hit me personally the hardest. I've lost jobs over affirmative action and special treatment for blacks in the workforce. I have been hit by that one, and I know everybody else has. That might have originated from things like the Frankfurt School, but the fact of the matter is, regardless of whether or not these ideas were originated by Zionists or Jews or whoever, these ideas are being pushed by our fellow whites. I mean, if you think about it, the Jews are such a tiny minority, they required a lot of Anglo-Saxon help in order to get these ideas in the mix. And that's exactly what they got. A lot of these, you got to look at who the foot soldiers are. Who's really pushing this? Antifa might be run by the Jews, possibly. I don't even know who the hell's in Antifa, but Antifa is one of the oldest anarchist terrorist groups on the face of the earth. It might have been originated, it might be run by, but who are the ones actually swinging at you? Who are the ones actually fighting for their cause? It's not the Jews. And these are basically folks, these liberals are basically majority upper middle class or middle class privileged white folks that have nothing better to do with their lives than promote trans lives matter and black lives matter and this life matters and that life matters and every life matters besides the white life. And if you doubt it, just go to anything that these people are doing. It is definitely middle class and upper middle class white folks that make up the majority of the anti-white movement. So when you're saying that it's the Jews, I guarantee you most Jews, literally, and I do guarantee this, you can go to a Jewish whatever, most everyday Jews know nothing about this type of activism. This activism has it might be the ideas are originated by Jewish players like Noel Ignatieff, but these, or Saul Alinsky, but the people pushing this crap are almost 100% upper middle class white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. And you need to wake up and place the blame where it belongs, which is on other white folks.